Located a short distance from the Ontario Airport on the corner of Vineyard and Holt, and tucked away next to the Comfort Suites Hotel, you'll find Muzztazoli Ristorante, a beautiful and inviting Italian eatery. Offering both traditional northern as well as original Italian dishes in a serene setting, Muzztazoli's offers 2 Tuscany-inspired dining rooms featured with a small beer and wine bar and a few TV screens that allow you to watch your favorite event without noise and fanfare. Owners Leticia De Villa, chefs Luis Lopez, and chef Pepe Medina have many years of experience working and cooking in some of the best restaurants in Southern California and bring their expertise to his hidden culinary gem. Okay, some great Mexican food in Moreno Valley, and now we're here in Ontario at Muzztazoli Ristorante. This is a beautiful, I would say upscale restaurant, but the prices aren't all that upscale considering the quality of the food you get. And it's unlike any Italian restaurant I've ever been to.
I was impressed. As soon as I walked in, the word popped in my mind was elegant. I was really, really impressed with the decor and the presentation in general in the restaurant.
All right, so well, let's dive right into it.
Okay.
Okay, bread. First thing they give you is this incredible homemade bread. It's almost like focaccia, but inside is cheese, like layered with cheese. Absolutely delicious. When you enter the restaurant, they have a little rack there where you can buy $5 a loaf. Get it. It's really fantastic bread. Dip it in with oil and balsamic vinegar they give you, and just a great start.
What I liked was it wasn't, not that I don't like the other kind, but this was a different because it was soft. It wasn't the typical crusty bread that would break all over the place. Yeah, it was really, really good.
Okay, let's start with some great appetizers. One was bruschetta crezenza. This is $9.50. Now this was 3 large slices of homemade grilled French bread. It's topped with crezenza cheese, fresh asparagus, prosciutto, and drizzled with white truffle oil. All I can say is fantastic. I absolutely love this. This was the best bruschetta I've ever had. Everything, the layers of flavor would just jumped out at you, and a lot of the theme of this restaurant is fresh herbs, and they love truffle oil here, which is amazing because you usually don't find that. And this is just one outstanding dish.
I love the touch of the asparagus on there. That was
crunch to
what
it.
a nice touch, because I'm not a huge asparagus fan, but that made it all better.
Crunch to it. So,
yeah.
Now for you scallop lovers, you got to get the capensante. What is that?
Buonissimo.
Buonissimo. Thank you. $12.50. Oh, I love language. This was 4 large pan-seared sea scallops. It came with a brandy balsamic cream sauce, and in the middle, on top, was baby arugula. What a dish.
You don't get exposed to a lot of scallops unless you go to a fine restaurant like this, and that was excellent.
And normally it's a lot more expensive. This is a great deal for, what, $12.50? Well worth it. So. Next came the tartufata, $10.50. This is a wonderful salad featuring arugula, shaved fennel, walnuts, goat cheese, and mixed with a white lemon truffle vinaigrette.
Right.
Oh, this was delicious. I love the truffle oil. I love the lemon, the tanginess of it. Right. And again, arugula is becoming one of my favorite types of greens. It's got a great nutty flavor, and this is just an excellent salad, especially with the goat cheese.
Salad is one of my favorite, if not a side dish, a main dish to have. I can't remember having a better salad than this. It's not overly large. It's not small. It's the perfect size. But the ingredients and the flavors that came out in that, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember having a better salad than that.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Okay, spaghetti con sapore di amare. This is $22.50. This is a nice portion of spaghetti with shrimp, scallops, calamari, clams, and New England mussels with a delicious light, spicy tomato broth. This is kind of like cioppino without a lot of broth and mostly pasta. But I love the lightness of the sauce. It really brought everything to attention. It had a nice seafood flavor from all the seafood in there. And all the seafood was just tender, succulent, and just so delicious.
Cioppino is one of my favorite meals at an Italian restaurant. You can't always find it, but it's one of my favorite meals. And that's what it reminded me of. It has all the same ingredients, except now we're substituting the pasta for the broth. And that was a great combination.
And when you get the bread and dip it in there and stop up the juices, you're in heaven here.
Yeah.
Okay, next came the Trutta salata. This is $19.50. This consisted of pan-seared, deboned rainbow trout. It had shiitake mushrooms and a lemon butter sage sauce served with fresh veggies and fried potatoes. What was nice about this was it had the skin on, and it was lightly pan-fried, but it was crispy. The skin was nice and crisp, and this is the kind of skin you can eat. It added a lot to the dish. It made it so it didn't fall apart, but it was flaky, it was moist, and just so good. And I love sage. And the sage and the lemon all really came together and made this dish very special.
I'm a big mushroom fan, and combined with trout, which you don't see a lot of, and the trout was well prepared. And I like that crispy part of it. The underside, the skin part was nice and crisp. It was a phenomenal dish, especially with those mushrooms.
So good. Okay, the next dish. This is a dish you find at every Italian restaurant, lasagna.
Yeah.
Now this one was $16.50. It's called Lasagna Della Nonna. What made this special was, first of all, it's made right to order, so it doesn't sit there in a pan all day and you get whatever's left over. This is layers of lasagna pasta sheets with a beef and veal ragu sauce, real rich, with the ricotta cheese, mozzarella and Parmesan cheese with a creamy ragu sauce. The cheese just melted, tons of cheese. The sauce was very robust, very assertive and bold flavored. And it was just a fantastic rendition of lasagna. Oh,
I was ready to think that it was some sort of a vodka sauce of some sort, a blush sauce of some sort, and you told me, we figured out it was a ragu sauce. And I think the combination of that meat, the meat combination, said it. I've never had one like that. Never had a lasagna like that.
I know a lot of people say ragu. That's from the bottle that you find in the store. And no, this is a really rich sauce. And they make everything homemade here. So, okay, next came, if you like chicken, the pollo Valdostana. This is $18. This is my favorite dish, actually. This is a large chicken breast stuffed with prosciutto ham, rich Fontana cheese, and spinach. It was served with roasted potatoes, fresh broccolini, and Kalamata olives with red bell peppers, and a roasted garlic sauce. Wonderful dish. The chicken, I couldn't believe how moist and tender. I've never had chicken like that. I mean, this is the most succulent piece of chicken I've ever had. And when you combine it with the flavors of the cheese and the spinach and the ham, it was like the perfect dish. And it's just a fantastic dish. And at $18, a steal. We
both noted the moistness of the chicken. And I think as we spoke to the chef, how do you account for that? And he says it's all in the selection, right?
Good quality.
All in the selection.
No, the quality here, everything is just excellent. I can't stress that enough. So one of our new dishes was the Maine lobster risotto. This is $28. This is a nice portion of lobster meat sautéed in butter, shallots, champagne, and cream. And it's sprinkled with a little bit of truffle oil mixed in with the risotto. Absolutely delicious. Creamy. The word exquisite, I think you used. This dish was exquisite. I mean, you feel like eating with the mink stole on and diamonds. I mean, this is a dish that's going to impress anybody, including your palate.
And you notice there's no shortage, like on a lot of dishes, of the arugula. Which brings out great flavor. And in it has flavor in itself, but even adds to the dish.
And again, a little truffle oil on it, and it just came together really well. And for dessert, this is the perfect ending to a fantastic meal. The Zabaione, this is $6, creamy, rich, almost like a flan. It's got egg yolk, Marsala wine, and whipped cream. That's pretty much it. And very rich, very decadent, with fresh berries on top, and they make a homemade biscotti with it. Perfect ending to a most marvelous meal. In terms of your favorite dishes, what are they?
I would say the presentation of the trout. The trout dish was probably my favorite dish. The dessert, of course, is second to none. I also like the salad. As I mentioned earlier, the salad is really unusual and has a lot of flavors that you don't get very often. And the spaghetti con sapore di mare, which is a seafood combo. As you know, I'm a sucker for seafood, and it has just whatever. Like I said, it's the cioppino with pasta instead, right? All the dishes are incomparable, but those three particularly stand out.
I had a hard time. Those are all good choices, but the bruschetta, the lasagna, and the chicken Valdostana, but also the Maine lobster risotto. And I don't like risotto, and this is excellent. So. But everything here is really first class. And this is a dinner house that really deserves your attention if you like fine dining, but not all fine dining prices. I mean, they have lunches and everything that are very reasonable. They have gourmet pizzas here, but this is not your typical mom and pop little Italian restaurant. This belongs with Rosa's, Spaghi's, and other fine Mario's. And this is way up there and just a great, great location. It's right off of, right across from the airport almost, and Vineyard where all the hotels are. It's behind, Starbucks.
Starbucks.
So, but you got to go here. I don't know about you, but this has been a wonderful experience. 2 great restaurants, and what's your overall experience about being a food critic?
It was an honor to be asked to come back a second time, and I hope to come back again. But what a special treat, that Mazatlan Mexican food, which I've never experienced before. And this is elite. This is, like you said, exquisite. The presentation was exceptional, and Italian food, you don't get this at your average Italian restaurant, that's for sure.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And until next week, happy eating, everybody. See you then.